Hello, my name is Oge and you are welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be teaching us how you can use water to solve your spiritual problem. Whenever we talk about water and spirituality, it is not all about those who are suffering from the hands of the marine kingdom. It is not all about that. Water is something that God has created for us. Water is essential for every living creature. Water is life. So today I want you to listen and know how you can solve your problems using water. There are certain problems that one may be encountering in his or her life without knowing that the solution is just that normal water that you know. Now, assuming you are someone who wants to relocate to another place, you want to change your location so that you find a job or you get a job, or you have already gotten a job and you are relocating to that place in order to start work and earn a living. Now, I want you to do this. This can be done by a man or a woman, and either of these people can do it for their children, their adult children who are going out, who are relocating to somewhere else. This is what you're supposed to do. Now, before you do this, or on the very day that you're going to do this, will be the day that the person is traveling, the day that the person is leaving his or her house. Now, what you're going to do is you get a bowl of water. It can be tap water, it can be rainwater, it can be well water, it can be from the stream or from the river. Just get a clean water. That's all you need. Now, you get a little quantity of salt, and you will pray with these two items, the water and the salt. After praying, you add a little pinch of salt inside that water, stir it, and pray also. After that prayer, whoever that is about to travel, let him or her dip his feet or her feet inside that bowl of water. Now, assuming it's a man that is traveling, it is the wife that will do this for that man. And if it's a woman that is traveling, it is the husband that will do this for the wife. And if it's a young guy or a young girl that is traveling, it is either of the parents, either the father or the mother, will do this. Let someone who is older than you do it for you. If you are a single guy or a single girl living alone without your parents, it is always advisable that you go back home, find someone who is much older than you. Even if your parents are late, find someone who is much older than you. Let that person perform this spiritual exercise for you. And if you're a man living alone, or a woman who is a widow, or if you are a widower, find someone older than you, someone from the same family as you are, to perform this for you. It is very necessary. It is very necessary. Now, what you're going to do is, after praying over that salt and water and mixing them together, the person who is about to embark on that journey will dip his feet or her feet inside that water, and let the person performing this spiritual exercise for that person dip his or her hands inside that same water and wash those feet. As you are washing them, you are praying, and the person who is about to embark the journey will equally join in that prayer. Pray for yourself. Decree and declare whatever you want, how you want your life to be when you get to your destination. Now, after washing that feet, you get a clean dry towel and towel that feet. You get an anointing oil. Apply it all over the feet. While you are doing all this, you are equally praying and proclaiming blessing upon the person, and let the person also pray and proclaim blessings upon himself or herself. Now, after this, that person is expected to leave the house. Never you go back into your house. Never you go back into your house. So it is preferable to do this on that very day and the exact time that you are about leaving. After this, don't go back into your house. Just go away from your house, continue with your journey, because going back into your house means going back to collect all those problems that you have left behind. That is what it means. That means the spiritual exercise carried out for you will not work. So after the whole thing, just continue with your journey, walk away from your home. Now, what happens to that water? The person who washed the other person's feet will take that water out from that house, away from that house. Do not pour it inside the house, anywhere inside the house. Do not pour it anywhere around that house. Just take it outside the house. When you get outside the house, before you pour that water away, you are going to decree and declare that as you are pouring that water away, let the earth absorb that water and retain and let the earth absorb the water and destroy every negative energy that must have come out from that person's feet, so that the person will travel and will become successful wherever he or she gets to. Now, after this prayer, you pour that water away, wash that bowl, and keep it. This spiritual exercise is for those who are relocating, like I said earlier, those who are to embark on a journey in order to find something doing, okay, to earn a living. Now, another way to use water to solve your spiritual problem. This spiritual exercise has to do with someone who is suffering in the hands of another person. Assuming there is someone who is after you or after your family for no reason, and you are very sure that you are innocent, but it's just that the person doesn't want you or your family member to be happy, to be successful, to become somebody in life. Now, this is what you are going to do. That is why I always love using nature when praying and when performing spiritual exercise, because when you use nature, whatever that comes out of it after that prayer, nobody will lay any accusing finger, nobody will point any accusing finger at you, nobody will mention your name, because you involved nature into it and nature decided to carry out what you have said. And let me tell you, before nature carries out anything you say, nature must know when you are saying the truth or not. When you are not saying the truth, it will backfire. But once you are saying the truth, nature will carry out whatever that you have said. Now, for this spiritual exercise, all you need to do is to get rainwater. This time around, it is specific. It must be rainwater. And when I mean rainwater, I don't mean the rain that was dropping from the roof of a house or the rain that drops from a tree. I mean the rain that dropped directly from the sky. All you need to do is, when it starts raining, take a bucket or a bowl of water outside, place it on a table or a chair in an open space, and let the rain fall directly from the sky into that bowl or into that bucket. And then what you are going to do is, you are going to get that water. Make sure that you perform this spiritual exercise before 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So when you collect that water, you will hold on until 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Once it's 12 o'clock, you take that water outside, place it directly under the sun, and then you start your prayer. If you are very sure of the person who is after you or who is after your family, you mention the name of that person. And while you are mentioning the name, while you are praying, you keep on stirring that water. Pray and decree whatever you want, however you want nature to carry out that spiritual exercise for you. You say it with your own mouth, so that the person will stop tormenting you or tormenting your family member. Now, after that prayer, you will leave that water there until 1 o'clock. You will leave it there until 1 o'clock. Once it's 1 o'clock, take that water outside your house, and pour it away. While you pour it away, ask the land to carry out your mission. As you pour that water on the land, ask the land to carry out your mission. You have prayed into that water. You have mentioned the name of that person into that water. The moment you pour that water on the land carries out your mission. So these are some of the ways that you can use water to solve your spiritual problem. Another way by which you can solve your spiritual spiritual problem, which is very common, it is very common, everybody is aware of this, is cleansing. There are so many ways of cleansing. You can perform your cleansing exercise using egg. You can perform your cleansing exercise using bitter leaf. You can perform your cleansing exercise using just water and salt. And it is still the same way. Just get your bucket of water, however you want it, either cold, hot, or warm. When you get that bucket of water, you pray over that water, add a little quantity of salt into it, pray together, pray over those mixture, dip your right hand into that water, stir it completely so that the salt will dissolve very well. After that prayer, you use that water to bathe. That is cleansing. And when it comes to cleansing, you are supposed to do this either for 3 days or for 7 days. If you want to extend it, it can be up to 14 days. But I prefer 3 to 7 days. Once it's for cleansing, you are going to do it for 3 to 7 days. And as you are performing this cleansing exercise using water, you are not supposed to engage yourself into immoral acts. Assuming you are a married man or a married woman, you must have an agreement with your spouse so that you don't get in contact, you don't involve each other in sexual intercourse, okay? So that this cleansing exercise will go perfectly well. So I want you to do this using water to solve your problem. It is very necessary. Water is one of the 4 elements of nature which I have talked to us about. Water is one of the 4 elements of nature. And when you involve water in whatever you are doing, it goes well. We use water every day of our life. We use it to bathe, we use it to wash, we use it to cook. Even the holy water that we use as Christians, it is still that water, a blessed water. We use it daily. So when you are using water for your spiritual exercise, it doesn't mean that you have that marine spirit in you. It doesn't mean that, okay? So I want you to try this whenever you feel that you have a spiritual problem that needs to be solved and you don't know how to solve it. And if it falls amongst any of these things that I just mentioned now, just use water to perform that spiritual exercise. In case you haven't joined us fully, please, I would like you to join us by subscribing to this channel and click on the notification bell. You will always be notified whenever I post any clip. And whenever you come across any video that you love, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you have any question, don't forget to go to the comment section and ask me that question, and I will give you an answer. And until next time, have a wonderful day and God bless you.